Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This week I just wanted to make a video about something a lot of people that stutter have issues doing. And this is talking on the cell phone or regular phone, whatever. And it doesn't matter if you have an iPhone or a Galaxy or a flip phone from the early 2000s. It doesn't matter. It's still going to be an issue for you if you haven't gotten over it, or if you haven't learned how to cope with talking on the phone. Because for me personally, it's a lot harder because you're not face to face with them, and you can't really, not that you would explain this to them because you're just using your facial expressions, but the point is that when you're on the phone and you start to stutter, you can't really explain it in a short amount of time, because when I talk on the phone, I have to, when I start off, it's like I block and I can't get out, I stutter. It's more or less like this, and then I hang up. So it's a hard way to start off conversation if you stutter and you block in the beginning of your sentences most of the time. So this morning I got a call from a person that stutters, which is another part of the story. And my shirt, I'm sorry, but my shirt blends in with my wall. So it's gonna be a little weird, my head just floating, but then you can see this, it just looks like it's blending in, I'm sorry. So the reason why I wanted to make this video today was because this morning I had a phone call from a person because I was doing business with them, because I'm trying to start a NSA chapter in my local area. So when I got the call from him, I was washing dishes, I couldn't answer the phone. So then I called him back a little while after debating if I should, because I was like, I just email him, should I Facebook him, should I, figure out something else, because it's hard for me to talk on the phone and hard for me to get started and feel comfortable with it. So I debated for a half an hour after I realized that he called me. So then I sat there for a while, debating it, should I, what's gonna happen if I don't, what's gonna happen if I do. So I took my phone and I looked at it, and I was like, what's so bad about talking on the phone? Especially with this guy, because this guy stutters. So he understands where I'm coming from, he understands how to be patient, he understands how to talk on the phone with someone that stutters because he stutters. So I still don't get why I had such a big deal about talking on the phone with him, but I just took my phone and I just it would be easier, because emailing is simpler for people that stutter, but I think it takes a lot longer to get an answer and what you need out of the conversation, because if they don't understand what you want to say, then you have to change the wording and then email them again and then wait. It can last hours, and to realize what you want and what they want, and we'll get all of it out of it. So then with a phone call, you're able to just talk on the phone, blah 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 blah, and then you get an answer, and then talk back to them, blah 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 blah, and then if the idea is something from you, then you can tell them, blah 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 blah, and then the conversation is done. It's probably not that easy if you stutter. It might take longer, you might have to repeat yourself a couple times, but in the grand scheme of things, it's simpler, because you're not going to sit there and type and change the wording, type, answer, type, wait until they answer you or they respond to what you're saying, and then and then finally you get an answer. And like I said, this could last hours, and with a phone call, it can last at minimal of 30 seconds, and at maximum, if you stutter, what if it lasts 10 minutes? It's not 4 hours, you're getting your answer out. And if they are good, if you're calling this place because you need to get a service done, or you're looking for a job, or you're talking to a friend, if they're good quality people with that certain area, they're in customer service, and you answer the phone, and then you stutter, and they are rude or they hang up. That shows you that part of that company needs worked on, and then you can email the corporate people or whatever and explain that you didn't get this service that you needed, because they need to be patient and be understanding of everybody, not just the able people that don't have anything going on with their voice or going on with whatever. So, and then if it's a friend, you need to work on your friendship with them and explain to them that they need to be patient with you, and they need to work on their way of, listening and stuff. So back to the point, I went through all the issues. I went through if it would be easier, blah 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 blah, and I went through like the way I feel and why I have like a big issue with it. So I went through everything, and then I finally came to the terms, like, just call him. So then I took my phone and I went to the call log because he called earlier, and I hit his thing, and I was like, just hit it, and then I hit it, and I called him, and it went to voicemail. So I didn't get to talk to him. I built up all of that like anxiety and stuff for nothing, and that's my thing. Because most of the time it's for nothing. Most of the time you get all this anxiety about talking. You get all this anxiety about talking on the phone and using the phone and looking at the phone, and for the most part, it doesn't matter. You get the results you need. Even if you don't, you figure out like another way of getting the results or getting what you need out of the conversation. So for me, I built up this whole thing for like 45 minutes, and then I called him, and then it went to voicemail. So, and then I left him voicemail. I talk a lot easier on the voicemail, so usually I try to get that to the voicemail, and then I can explain with them that I stutter and blah blah blah, and that if they call me, they need to be patient, they need to be relaxed, they need to understand that I stutter at the beginning of the conversation. So usually I want to get voicemail. So I was kind of relieved that I didn't have to talk to him, but at the same time, I knew that if I got him, I would be fine, because I went through all the issues, and I knew that it was easier, and that I needed this, and that it would help me learn to talk on the phone. So my homework for all of you people that stutter and all of you people that have communication problems is to talk on the phone. Even if it's with your friend or your mom or your brothers and sisters or whoever, even if it's to yourself, even if you have that built up, if you have a lot of anxiety about the phone, then I'll talk to myself first. I'll just grab my phone and I'll just sit on the phone, not like calling anybody, obviously I'm talking to myself, but I'm sit on the phone, I'm just slamming my head into my phone. So I would talk on the phone, and I would just be like, hey, how was your day? And I would just listen to myself, and I would just talk to myself. I wouldn't be calling anybody, but I would just be talking to myself, and just with my phone on my ear, because this with me, I was terrified of talking on the phone, even if it was just like holding my phone up to my ear. I felt some like anxiety about it, and I didn't want to do it. I just would not hold my phone up to my ear. I would not pick up the phone. I would not look at it. I could not do it. So with that, I just hold my phone up to my ear, talk to myself, blah blah blah. And then after you get more accustomed to that, then you can call your family members or your friends or a coworker or another person who stutters, just to get a comfortableness with that. I don't know what the word for that is, but yeah, you need to get more accustomed to talking on the phone and relaxed, and just know that it's not a big deal. Like, you stutter, okay, like I stutter a lot more than I stutter right now, a lot more. When I'm around other people, I stutter a lot more. I stutter like crazy. So when I'm on the phone, it's a lot worse than right now. And you might be thinking like, oh, you don't stutter that bad, like whatever. But like when I talk on the phone, it's pretty in tune. It's pretty prevalent in the conversation that there's something happening. It's like, oh, it might just be like the connection breaking up or something. Like, I stutter, and they're like, what the, like what? You know, but I just followed through with it. I want to give you one example of when I wish I would have advertised that I stuttered, and that I would have, went out of my way to help myself out, really what I'm saying. So I applied for jobs because I just moved, and I applied for many jobs. And I got a call from a grocery store around here, and I didn't answer the phone. Usually what happens, I usually don't answer it, and then I get a voicemail, and then I'm like, okay. So then I called the number back, but for some reason, the number I was calling wasn't actually the number the woman wanted me to call from, because I didn't listen to the voice. I didn't listen to the number on the voicemail, because I was like, oh, it's good. That'd be the number that she called from. So then I called the number that she called from many times. It went to voice, and didn't get voicemail. It just rang and rang and rang and rang and rang and rang and rang. So then I finally, like a day later, I went to the voicemail and I listened to it, and I was like, oh shit, that's not the right number. So then I went and I called the number, and it didn't go to her personal voicemail. It didn't go to her personal phone. It went to the store. So I had to go through each thing, and I picked which part of the grocery store I wanted to go to. So then I picked customer service. Customer service. These people work with people. These people answer the phone and talk to people every day. That's their job, And I still can't get over it. So I answered, and then they answered hello, this is customer service, how can I help you? And then I'm like, and they're like, hello, this is customer service, how can I help you? And they're like, hello, I can't deal with this right now. And then they pass it on. So I'm like, okay, what? Then another woman, picks up the phone. Hello, this is customer service. How can we help you? And I was just I just hung up because I was done. But I should have advertised I stutter. Don't be rude, But I didn't. And I should have. Looking back at it now, I should have. And I should have even went to the store. I should have been I had trouble talking on the phone with these people, and I'm trying to get a job, and can you figure something out? I should have. But it's been 4 or 5 days later, so I feel it's kind of too late. But I have other jobs lined up, so I'm not really worried about it. But it was just one point where I wish I would have advertised. I should have advertised, and they should have been a-holes about it. Sorry. But they shouldn't have. They should have been, understanding, and they should have been relaxed and let me speak, and they were just rude. Just rude. Customer service, or if you're a customer service worker and you don't stutter, even if you do stutter, you should be you should have some training about people that have disabilities and people that have communication problems, or if they in a wheelchair, if they blah blah blah, if they're blind. You should understand how to work with people that are different, because not everyone's like you. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway, this is a video that's been going on for 14 minutes. I'm gonna have to edit it down to 8 minutes, which is gonna be hard. But hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and bye. Wait, oh no, I messed it up. Hope you guys have a wonderful.